All right, so I watched Kite Man episode 3. This was a really solid episode. So here we get to dig a little bit more deeper into like Kite Man and Golden Glider's relationship. We talk about, or they talk about how they've been dating for about a year, it seems like, or a little over a year, and they still haven't moved in together, and that sort of opens up a bit of an insecurity between them. Um, And I have to say, I actually thought that the way that they handled it was actually kind of refreshing because, I mean, we've seen this plot in a bunch of other, like, sort of sitcoms or whatever in the past, and where, like, the guy will, like, look at the girl's computer and he'll see something that she doesn't like, and it's a misunderstanding. And what always happens is that the girl will get, like, really mad because she'll be like, you looked at my thing without or you like secretly looked at my thing without my permission. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's even an invalid complaint. It's just that I've seen it a lot. What I kind of liked about this was that she she didn't get mad at him, you know, because it seemed like they have a fairly innocent relationship where she would kind of like know that he was probably just looking, or he did or like she probably trusts that he did what he did, which is that he wasn't like trying to snoop around. He was just trying to use the computer, and she didn't get mad at him because of that. She actually like instead got like self-conscious about her feelings and about her like insecurities of losing her powers and all of that. So she didn't even get mad at him, which I don't know. I just found that super refreshing that it like their relationship is just so like it's so like wholesome, I guess. And I like that they were able to find a way to have there be conflict within the relationship without just having them be like super mad at each other for no reason. It's like the conflict here felt like relatively believable. I don't know. Does that make sense? I just thought it felt like a refreshing relationship conflict, I guess. Um and yeah, and then obviously the other like subplot is that the Villigans or whatever restaurant opened. And I thought it was a pretty cute concept of it being essentially like I mean they mention it. It's like a Planet Hollywood type place, but with villains. I thought Bane becoming an employee of Villigans was really funny. I will say this episode kind of it gets pretty crazy in terms of being explicit or whatever. Like, there's that opening like sex scene between them, which is pretty crazy, and then you have like the cuck in the room, which was pretty crazy, and then you just have the whole like spa part, which was pretty insane. Like, it gets to the point where Golden Glider is basically naked. Very creative in the ways that they managed to cover her up. But even then, it was still pretty rad. The fact that they're just like killing all the spa members. I will say, and this is a question. So the owner of Villigans ends up being like a dwarf, I guess, but or like is there a specific term for somebody that just looks like a child but is older? Either way, is this character supposed to be the same character from Batman the Animated Series? Okay, yeah, I think it is Baby Doll. Okay, because I think it is supposed to be the Baby Doll from Batman the Animated Series. I just Googled it. So that's kind of interesting. I guess she's like just a general character in DC Comics, maybe, is she? Or is she specifically in Batman the Animated Series, but they just decided to bring her in for this? I guess she's the new Harley Quinn. Yeah, I'm just like sort of looking at Google, and I think she was only ever in Batman the Animated Series, and I think they did decide to bring her back for Kite Man, which is kind of fun. Um, and yeah, I also like how they explored the fact that Kite Man hasn't ever killed anybody, because he's not. He's obviously a really bad supervillain, but he's also not really malicious. Like, he is genuinely a nice guy, which I think is cool. I wonder if we're gonna see him. I wonder if we're gonna see him like break bad over the course of this season, because I mean they kind of tease that he has that potential, right? Because Baby Doll tries to like say that, or I guess she thinks that Golden Glider got killed or whatever. And that obviously causes Kite Man to lash out and beat her up, which is very funny. um, but yeah, I'm very curious to know if over the course of this season he is going to start getting a bit more aggressive and whatnot. It kind of seems like something that they might want to explore. But yeah, overall, yeah, this was a solid episode. I'm enjoying Kite Man so far. I think I like it a little more than Harley Quinn season 4, which I think is the worst season of all of the Harley Quinn series thus far. So I think I put it about on par with like Harley Quinn season 3, which I think but I'm trying to remember how much I enjoyed them. Definitely not as good as Harley Quinn like seasons 1 and 2. But overall still very enjoyable. And yeah, hopefully Harley Quinn season 5 is able to come out, I think, later this year, and sort of continue the trend of just being generally enjoyable, if not as great as the first 2 seasons. So let me know what you think of the episode in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.